This conference will now be recorded.
So this session I am discussing about controlling and service demons. So we are discussing about system D. System D is the system and service manager, which is responsible for service management. So this is working as a process ID 1, and it is starting other system services in the system. So we know that there is a process, daemon process. Daemon process means a process running in the background is called daemon process. So we can see that process. We can see all the process by ps command. So when we do ps tree, we can see that when I do the ps tree, so the system is the first process. It is running. So and we can see the services. So we can see that system D. Why we are using system D means, so previous version of Linux, we are using a different service management system. So we are using system 5, some other management system we are using. But system D is introduced in Linux version 7 and 7. So what is the advantage is they have parallelized job execution. So what is the meaning of parallelized job execution means multiple process will start parallelly. So the starting booting time, everything we can improve by using the parallelly we are running services. So we will get more detailed error messages. So automatic dependency management will be possible, because if we are starting one service, maybe it is require other service, they will automatically manage this. So they are grouping a lot of process together by using control groups and all. So now we can see how we can start the services and all. We can see, suppose we have a service. So generally I want to install some I want to start some service. So previous version we do this commands, cron service command. Suppose I want to start one cron d service, I want to start means I can give this command, service cron d start command or restart command I can do. So we are previous version we are doing like this. But now we are doing, so this command we are doing systemctl start and all command we are doing. So this is the command we are doing, systemctl. So I want to stop the service, I can give system service system cron d. So I am using a command systemctl stop cron d to stop the cron service. So it's a service, cron is a service, systemctl is the command. So we can see the status, systemctl status command and cron d. So we can see the cron d services is started or not. So it is showing inactive, so it is not started now. So now we can start the service by using system ctl start and service name cron d service. So any service we can start, httpd service, ftp service, all this we can start systemctl and start cron d. And we can check the status now. So it will show some green color because it is running now. So we can start the service by using systemctl command. So in this in the system d there are we are using this cron d means it is a service. We have different service types are there, service units are there. So mainly we are using this all are service units. So whenever I am starting the cron d means we can tell that it is called cron d dot service. So we are starting this cron d dot service, but there are different type. This is one most common services are having this service type is service, but there are other service type called socket. Socket means some of the process is in the background, so they are waiting for some client connectivity. So when the client is connected, so a socket will be established. So that is called socket type service unit. And path service unit is, so we want to whenever the service want to active, we want to change the file, we want to change some file system changes we have to do. So then there are different service units. So we can see this by using some command. So all the because most of the commands we are using is type we are using is service. So we can check this command. So I am giving this command now. Whatever the service types are available in the system, it is showing. So I am giving a command systemctl list units type service. So we know in our system so many services are available. So all these services we are seeing. So now we can install, for example, HTTPD we want to install. So we will study how to install. We will study how to install packages. But for example, we want to install HTTPD package. So we are giving a command called yum install HTTPD. So this is the command for yum is a command for installing the package. HTTPD is the service name. So just installing a package. So now I want to start this service. So I can see systemctl status HTTPD. So I want to see the HTTPD means daemon process. So we can see this. This is not active. So we want to start this. We can give system CTL start HTTPD. So this particular service we want to start means we are giving system CTL start HTTPD. So now I will check the status. We can see that this is running now. So we can start the service by systemctl start command. Stop systemctl stop means we can stop it. Restart means we can restart. So systemctl reload command is also there. So reload command means when we change some configuration file, configuration information for HTTPD, so we will reload this. So we can do this reload command we can give. So we are have to know how to stop the start any service. We can give the command systemctl start and service name. So FTP server means we have to give systemctl start FTP server name. Maybe VS FTPD some service name. And we have another command called systemctl enable. So now if I check the status of HTTPD, so we can see that so this service is started now, but this is not enabled. So we can see from here. So it is started now, but it is showing as disabled. So disabled means already the service is started, but it is showing disabled means if you enable, what will happen is, so I am giving systemctl enable HTTPD. So if I enabled this service, so this system automatically we are enabling the service. I check the status. We can see that it is showing as enabled. So what is the meaning of enabling means whenever we restart the system, automatically this service will be started. So that is the reason we are using this enable command. So we can start the service. So we want to check whether this service is active, whether this SSH service, SSHD or SSH service is active or not. We can check from this using this command. So we want to check maybe one service is already active, is working or not. We can check systemctl is active sshd.service. We can just give sshd also because the default extension is service. So it is showing active because the service is started. So whether it is enabled or not, enabled means startup type we are making automatic. That means whenever we restart the system, automatically this service will start. So enabled means it is showing is enabled means it is showing enabled. That means whenever we restart the system, the service will automatically start. So we can do like this. So sometimes we are running a service. There will be some dependencies will be there. So SSH process we are running. So list dependencies means it will show all the dependencies for this SSHD. So SSH want to work means we need to know that some network service, so many other service must be working. Then only SSH will work. Some keygen service, all these things should be working. So there are, some of this systemd units are .target. So we told that there are different type of services are there. So we can do like this. So another thing is we can mask some service. So we can give a command like a systemctl mask command. So I can mask a service. So why we are masking? So I'm giving systemctl mask HTTPD. So for example, we are we are just disabling the service so that nobody should start the service. So that is the reason we are masking. So if you mask this, what will happen? If I try to start the service, it will not start. So suppose we start the masked the service, and I am going to start this HTTPD. So it is not going to start. So it is showing that unit is masked, because there are identical services will be there. Two services are using for same purpose. Maybe for email they are using send mail, postfix. There are two services which is giving email functionality. So one of the email service we have to stop, so we can mask it. So networking we are managing by two separate services. One service we want to mask means we can mask it. So when you mask a service, we cannot start the service now. So if I want to start it, we have to give unmask. You have to give unmask, then only we can start it. So I am giving unmask command, and I am starting means we can see that it is starting now. So these are all the commands. Mainly we have to know what are the important commands is how to start a service, how to restart a service, stop the service, reload the service. So we have to make it enabled also. We can make it enabled, and we can do masking also. So how the services we are starting and stopping, we are generally mainly using systemctl command.
This conference will now be recorded.
So thanks for watching.